I've been getting really, really frustrated lately as we drive around, and just how in your face the lies are, like how obvious the lies are. And I'm not talking about conspiracy theories. I'm talking about real lies, and the whole world is being lied to, and majority of people don't understand that they're being deceived. And yeah, we can talk about government, we can talk about all those things, but I'm not actually talking about those things. I'm talking about the things that are celebrated these days, things that are glorified these days, and things that even in God's church and God's people are tolerated these days. Everywhere we drive, everywhere we look, everywhere we go, except with the exception of our homes, which is the point of having our homes, that's our private space, which is even being invaded in certain degrees where you can't, anyway, I won't go that far, but I want to speak to the lies that are everywhere. Whether you believe them to be lies or not doesn't change the fact that they are lies. Just as the same as whether you believe the only truth, because there can only ever be one truth, and that's Jesus. He is the truth, and he will always be the truth. Whether you believe it or not doesn't change that fact. It's the same with whether you believe that these things are lies, doesn't change the fact that they are. So this hasn't come up. This has actually been bugging me for a long time. Everywhere we go, we are bombarded with billboards, which are actual giant TVs these days, with advertisements. We don't have TVs as much. If you got YouTube and all of that kind of stuff, so you don't really have the ads you used to. Although if you do watch TV, the programs themselves, the TV programs themselves, are lies. They are so filled with sexual immorality and drugs and yeah, drinking. Drinking is such a normal thing, and it's a lie. You drive along anywhere, within 2 minutes of leaving my home, we are being bombarded with ads for adult stores. We've got celebrities who are glorifying alcohol and spirits. But what good does it do you except for drain your bank account? Even if you have a lot of money, yeah, cool, you can buy a lot of spirits, but what good does it do you except for give you temporary highs? How much damage has this done to society? How much damage have these things done to society, whether you are faithful people or not? And I say their lies, and I used to be one of them who believed and lived the lies. These things that the enemy literally, and I'm not just talking about, I'm not talking about agendas right now. I'm not talking about conspiracy theories. I am talking about the evil one, Satan. He has blinded the eyes of people so much these days that what is comfort, what is labeled as comfort, what is seen as relaxation and just having a good time because you've earned it. You work hard, you play hard. The enemy sent these things to actually kill humankind, to destroy mankind from the inside out, by leading us down these paths of immorality. And immorality, it sounds like the devil has done such a good job of making immorality sound like such a bad thing. Well, sorry, a good thing. But us talking about how wicked immorality is, that they now label it these days as hate speech. But immorality kills you. It kills you from the inside out. It destroys families. It destroys souls. And it leads you, yes, for eternity to the pits of hell. It blinds you because you're so temporarily fixed by these things, whether it be drugs, whether it be alcohol, whether it be swipe left. Oh yeah, she looks nice. He looks nice. I'm going to go fill my thing with sexual immorality and being okay with being a he, she, they, a couch, a cat, a tree. Being whatever you want, being so full of self. But not one person who is completely filled with self and all of these things is fulfilled. Y'all are still looking for more. And the enemy is still killing you. He's poisoning you. He's destroying you. Depression, anxiety, all of these things are at the all-time high. And the worst part about this is it's in the church. It's in God's people. We were having a discussion about this yesterday at the end of his daughter's regiment, and one of the girls was sharing her testimony on, and another girl was sharing. They've been very open and vulnerable, sharing on what certain weaknesses were and their strongholds. But the problem is these strongholds are tolerated in the church. There are so many Christians so ready to defend their sin. So ready to defend, oh, but it's just a drink. I'm just having one drink. It says in the Bible, don't get drunk. I know. I used to be one of those Christians saying, it's okay. It says in the Bible, don't get drunk. So just have a tipple. Don't have... I wasn't much of a drinker myself. But can I tell you, I had a strong hold of marijuana and cigarette smoking. Because it made me feel more at peace, or so I thought. But then as the Lord started moving on me, I started to recognize I'm not at peace, because you can't be at peace if you're constantly needing that thing to go to sleep. And if you don't have that thing, then you're not at peace. That's what they call bondage. But so many people in the church are tolerating these things. So people aren't being set free. Jesus didn't die on the cross for people to go to church every single Sunday and sometimes every single Wednesday to continue the same thing. It says in Romans 12:12, do not be conformed to the patterns of the world. My husband right now is just being a whole funny kind of guy. So I'm going to have to come back. Give me a second and I will read you the scripture.